What up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast. We're so glad you're with us on this Wednesday that it is May the 16th. Remember, Third Thoughts has now moved to Wednesdays at 2, so that way we can have 3 thinkers giving their third thoughts live on the podcast. My name is Clay. I am the host, and I'm here live, not with the Chief in the flesh. The Chief is not with us today. So instead, we just have a blood relative.
Yes. Hello. I am Madison.
Yeah.
I am Madison. I am the Chief's daughter.
There we go.
What does that make me?
I'm sure there's a word for that. I'm sure there's a seminal word for that, but I'm not sure.
The princess, though. I think
princess.
I like that. That sounds good.
Really?
I like it.
I don't know. Is there?
I like
Do
it.
Indian tribes have princess?
No.
Moana didn't. Yeah, that's not.
No.
That's not an Indian tribe.
Pocahontas.
I mean, they were here before us, right?
Well, Pocahontas
Yeah.
is considered a Disney princess, and that counts to me.
I guess.
I mean, it's not chiefess. That would be a female chief.
Right.
So it's something. Anyway, I'm here.
Yeah,
Madison
you're here.
is my name. I am the much needed feminine perspective.
Oh God.
Okay, wow.
Well, yeah. Well, we're glad you're here. Anyway, thanks for
Thank
filling
you.
in. Chief had some personal stuff to take care of. Randy is here, of course, in the flesh.
Hello. The weather has got me down today.
Does it have you down today?
No,
I'll tell you what's got me down today. The fact that the news is just weird.
but this donut right here.
We do have some
Yes.
things that we don't normally do. Normally we... Oh, my Lord. It looks like the internet is going to give me problems.
Did it go down?
Yeah.
So does that mean
Well,
that
it's okay. No,
God-
it's recording, so it's fine. So if you're trying to listen live and you're getting chops in it, there's not much I can do about that, because what is happening is it's cloudy outside.
Yes.
And when it's cloudy outside here in Flowery Branch, the internet, which is on the inside, clearly protected by multiple walls and ceilings, goes down, and it just decides that it's not okay.
It's a good way to live.
But anyway, we do have a couple of things that we don't normally do. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Because the article I'm reading.
Oh, okay. A couple things we don't normally do. This will be a lot better whenever we go to whenever we go to like a video podcast, like
That's
a video
a
format.
vodcast?
I do feel like this would be good
Is it called vodcast?
visually.
We can call it what we want to.
I
We
just
can be
say-
on the forefront.
I just say video podcast because I feel like vodcast is too.
I don't think VOD is a good word.
It
just
doesn't
don't
make any
flow.
sense. It's
I
like
can see Shane's reflect. Do that again.
this. You mean the studio
Our
audience?
yes.
We have a studio audience of 2 today, possibly 3.
Yeah, so we're going to do a couple things we don't normally do. One thing is this, okay? We're going to do a taste test of 2 things today. It was going to be 3, but Sour Patch Kids, if you don't know, dear listener, Sour Patch Kids is always coming out with new flavors. Like they constantly are doing different things with the age-old sour human-shaped candies, right? Well, the latest one is Sour Patch Kids Fire, and there's also Sour Patch Kids Ice, I think is what they're calling it. Or
It's like icy or
freeze,
freezy, maybe?
Is it freeze?
It's something.
Fire, and I think
How
it's
did you
fire.
find out about these?
How did I find out? I think just randomly, just on the internet, just happened to see them. I think about these things a lot, and so when I touch my phone with Touch ID on my iPhone, Facebook reads that and reads my thoughts, and then it gives me ads for the things I'm
Yes.
thinking about.
Retargeting.
Yeah,
great.
it's the next level of AI.
Yes.
But anyway, so they have these fire ones, right? Which is what we have in studio today.
Sour and hot or just hot?
It's sour and spicy.
See, I have a fundamental problem with those though, because their whole tagline is first they're sour, then they're sweet. If they are not sour and sweet, if they are spicy and sweet, or sour and spicy, that's
Sounds like
really
chicken.
not.
I think they're sour, spicy, and
Is there
sweet.
chicken in there?
There's no chicken in it.
Sweet and sour. Come on, dude.
That is.
That's pretty good.
You guys made me eat that stuff.
I really didn't see where that was.
Oh yeah,
going
Randy hates
until-
Chinese food.
I don't eat Chinese food. This dude made me go, and at least it didn't smell like a foot. You know how you go in those
It was
buffets?
Panda Express, which is the most
Oh my
American.
gosh,
It was
that's
so weird.
Literally, that's not even
Yeah,
Chinese.
it's not.
That's American.
It's not Asian food. There were no Asian people in there. It's
great.
And it was really weird being served by a girl that said, "Hey,
What you want at Panda Express?
what you want here?"
It
Hey.
was in Alabama, so.
It was in Alabama, the state we don't claim after.
You know, Trump signed an Alabama football with Nick Saban. Did you see that?
No.
Wait, what?
So that's confirmed that Alabama is apostate. Should be it. Should we just get rid of them? Their championships don't count.
Go back to 49.
Anyway, so the spicy Sour Patch, I have them right here. I'm trying to figure out what makes them spicy. It looks like I should have bought a regular pack so we could see what's different. So ingredients
These are
are
gonna be spicy, and these. Oh, you
Yeah.
mean on the ingredients?
yeah, on the ingredients. Yeah.
I understand.
The ingredients are sugar, invert sugar.
What is that?
Does that cancel out?
It's the inverse of sugar.
If there's a sugar and there's an invert sugar, I'm
See
sure.
what that is.
I'm sure it's chemistry. I'm sure it's something the
That
way
sounds-
the way the molecule is formed.
Sounds chemical.
That seems right.
It's a mixture of glucose and fructose obtained by some word that I can't say of sucrose.
Is that is it a
Hydrolysis.
process?
It's hydrolysis. Yes, they have a
Hydrolysis.
hydrolysis.
Okay.
I don't like science. The last science I took was weather and climate like 20 years ago.
Oh wow.
So it's all the bad.
Really choke up on that
Sugars.
mic, Madison.
Sorry.
Yes.
I don't want anybody to think I have you turned down. Like, so just make sure you're really in it.
So it's like all like the bad processed sugars together.
And
basically.
processed even more
Yeah.
to make a better
There we
processed
go.
sugar.
Look, if you're eating Sour Patch Kids though, you're not really worried about that. That's
true.
Where's the chief to talk
That's
about
true.
gut health when you need him?
I know he's out there probably eating some grass-fed grass.
Some grass-fed grass.
Yeah, so sugar, invert sugar, corn syrup. So not only do we have sugar and the invert sugar, but we have corn syrup as well.
all right.
Modified cornstarch. And then it contains less than 2% of tartaric acid, citric acid. Now, I know citric acid is like sour.
Right. So
Yeah.
what's hot in there?
Tartaric acid, maybe?
Let's see. How do you spell that? Tartaric?
Like tart, A-R-I-C, tartaric acid.
It's in wine.
Okay.
Can we
All
have
right.
those here?
Yeah, I think we'll be okay.
It's a white crystalline organic acid that occurs naturally in many fruits, most notably in grapes.
Probably not spicy then.
So probably not spicy. Then the citric acid, natural and artificial flavor, yellow
That's what it
6.
is.
Yeah.
Natural and artificial flavor.
So you think it's, I mean, what could it possibly be?
Smell it. Can I smell it?
You can smell it. Don't eat one yet because we're each going to eat every color.
They don't smell hot.
What if
Yeah.
they're really hot though?
They're not. They're,
They don't smell hot.
There's no way they can be that hot.
The warning does speak differently though.
All right, you got orange. Let's see.
You're gonna have orange? Here,
You want
what
to
do you
distribute colors?
Okay, I want purple because there's like not many of those.
I think we should all eat every flavor though.
Okay, well
For
then
the best
I'm
palate
just gonna like
experience.
pull them
Is this
all
clean?
out.
Yeah, it's fine.
Has it been sanitized
Mm-hmm.
recently?
Well,
Buy a
Okay.
paper towel with water on it.
so it looks like
In a
there is
hand.
orange, green, purple, and red.
Now it's
The
dirty 'cause I
yellow
just
has
dumped it
been
all out on you.
eliminated.
Yeah, there's no yellow. This is different than the regular one. So there's purple is
I need
berry.
purple.
You need purple. Purple is berry blaze.
Purple is new, isn't it? That's not
I don't
one-
think purple is in the normal pack.
Okay,
think so.
I'm also going to snort the sugar that fell off of them,
I don't recommend that. What if the sugar is the spicy part?
and then you can waterboard me.
with Mountain Dew.
No, that's cheap.
No way any of those things could go wrong.
Okay, here it is. Purple is berry blaze. Orange is tropical flame.
Okay.
Green is apple fever, and red is angry watermelon. Now-
Angry.
I don't know, Madison. I'm gonna let you decide. You're a special guest. Which one do you think we should go for?
I really want to go. I'm really feeling this purple one.
You're feeling
like
berry-
I want to know
berry
what's
blaze all
happening.
day?
Yes.
All right, let's give it a shot.
Okay.
If you can see us, we're literally just smelling Sour Patch Kids awkwardly, and then we're putting them in our mouths.
Dude.
All right. You're
It's
putting
gonna be
it
My
in
nose is burning now.
In 3, 2, 1.
your mouth? Okay.
Can you hear us chewing? I hope you guys can hear us chewing because
It's not spicy yet.
It says it has a heat sensation.
I'm really not like. It's
Okay, I swallowed mine and didn't get any heat.
no heat.
no heat.
Nothing. False advertise. Wait, here it comes. There it goes. It's very gentle. It's a back end heat.
I don't
The back of my tongue.
feel it.
I feel something.
Okay, like it's like
I feel a sensation.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know if I would classify it as spicy though.
I don't think
It's
I'd call
like-
it spicy, no.
kind of feels like that, like when you eat like a lot of citrus and it kind of eats your tongue. Do you know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
a weird.
Like,
Acidic.
okay, I will say this. kind of where I left the remnants along like the side of my mouth, like in my teeth. It's almost like a numbing sensation.
Yeah.
You think it would be enough to like knock that stuff off Chief's car next time it needs cleaning?
It's like it's my mouth is
Probably
coated
not.
in something.
On an aside, last Wednesday, right after the show or during the show,
Yeah.
the Chief hired one of these companies that comes out and cleans your car.
Yeah.
They were out there for what, 4.5 hours?
It was a long time.
It was a very long time. I've never seen anybody's car that dirty.
But it looks brand new.
It does.
Did you hear what the man said?
Yeah, he
about
said it.
his car.
No, you tell him.
He said, "This is the nastiest car I've ever been hired to do this for."
Look, man,
just
if you're-
absolutely disgusting.
And it was only
is what he
$85.
said.
If you're in the business of cleaning cars and you say that, like you've seen a lot of cars, so that's an accomplishment.
Oh,
The
yeah.
question is that somehow related to his gut health?
But
I don't know if car cleanliness is related to gut health.
also, side note, if you say that, it's not a good way to get repeat business,
No, I don't think you should ever
Especially-
tell a
He
customer.
probably doesn't want to come back.
especially from someone who will definitely need another car.
Say, man, I hope this guy doesn't have multiple
Well,
cars.
here's the thing. He probably quoted him $85 or whatever it was before he came.
Then
And he was
realized
like, I'll
what
be
it-
here like
yeah.
an hour. And he's like, dude.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
All right, so
Okay,
back to the task at hand.
Okay.
Berry blaze, not blazing,
no.
mildly numbing.
Honestly, wasn't crazy about the berry flavor either.
What kind of berry do you think? I think kind of like a blackberry,
Yeah,
but it wasn't like convincing blackberry. It was like
no. It was like I'm drinking a blackberry Capri Sun.
yeah,
Like it
yeah,
tastes
You know?
clear,
sucralose.
Yeah,
a clear substance that's supposed to taste like a fruit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting. So what are we going? Orange or green next? You guys got two different ones.
can we do orange?
We can
Just do it. Let her go.
It's
Tropical-
It's really close to my mouth.
Tropical flame. Here we go.
We're going to let
This
her
one's-
pick.
It smells hotter.
I'm already going. Mm-hmm. It tastes good. Holy crap!
No, this one's definitely good.
I got a brief burn, like at the very beginning. Oh, I feel it. I feel
Okay.
it.
No, I feel like a little bit of a sensation on this one.
You know, I'm getting it. Oh, it's spicy. I think I'm just surprised because the first one was such a letdown.
Yeah, I got a little bit.
No, I enjoyed that one like
I mean,
immensely though.
I like that.
I get more sensation when I accidentally leave my mouth open and my dog licks. That's like,
What?
that never happens to
following
you, dude. Like when I'm talking and my dog comes up to give me a kiss and his tongue goes in my mouth. It's like,
Yeah, I don't
My
have a
dog-
dog, so
My dog is 12 inches tall, so she can't.
tropical flame.
that.
I like that one.
tropical.
No, I
fruit.
That
enjoyed
one
that
tastes
one.
like something that I've had before.
I'm getting a
I
little
think
bit
it
of a.
tastes like okay. Have y'all ever had? I think this is something I had in Honduras. It was like this mango with these weird spices on it, and like they ate it a lot in Honduras. I didn't personally like it that much when it was actual fruit, but in a small dose, that's exactly what it tasted like, but
Yeah.
tiny.
It tastes like something
that.
really familiar. I don't know what it is. I do know what it is. You ever had fruit stripe gum?
Yes. Back in the day.
And the zebra stripes on it and had the tattoos. Mm-hmm. You could
Clay is showing us his age.
Yeah, this is a very 90s thing.
You alive? You weren't even alive in the 90s, were you?
Yeah.
When?
I was born in the 90s.
I was born in 92.
Yeah,
So I
you're
have
a
some
wee lad.
90s.
You were a wee lad.
Yeah, I have some 90s memories.
I was born in the 90s.
It's
I
funny,
don't
though, because
really-
I think
99?
yeah.
Barely.
I think what happens
Generation
is
Z, right?
what happens is like when you're born, whatever decade you were born in, you want to claim really more than you can.
I don't really want to claim the 80s. I mean, like,
Maybe you don't want to, but it seems
Yeah, I
like
do.
your memories. It seems like your
Yeah.
memories come more from the decade you were born. But really, like most of the things I remember being a kid are like the first 4 years of the 2000s.
right.
I'm on the cusp. I would say early 2000s is definitely, but like really more mid 2000s though.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
mean,
when you were born? What year?
99.
99. Oh yeah,
I mean, I can't possibly claim the 90s, but I would say like mid 2000s.
yeah. I like I feel like anything that happened between 01 and 04 is like really what I think when I think back to those memories. I'm like, oh yeah, those are the 90s, but it really wasn't. Like Sprite Remix. You guys remember Sprite Remix?
barely, yeah.
The best Sprite.
MC Hammer, the 80s.
Well, no, see, that's before me. For
That
sure.
dude.
That's
I only claim the
much.
80s now that Stranger Things has been released, and it's cool.
Right.
to claim- and
Everybody's
it-
into it now.
Everybody's
Oh my
into
gosh.
the 80s. I mean, I experienced it. It was not that great.
have y'all been to Forever 21 recently? Okay, I don't know if y'all ever go in there. But,
I do, but I've never bought
okay,
anything from
so like
there.
there's like no organization to
Yeah.
that store. Well, there's like an entire like no joke, probably 40% of the bottom half of the store
Mm-hmm.
is like all like 80s. It's really weird. But
Well-
like I'm nervous about buying anything from it because like okay, it's in style now, but how like long is that going to be around?
The thing now is anything's in style.
That's true.
You can wear what you want to with
That's
what
fair.
you want to.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I mean that's fair.
Postmodernism.
No, it is. I mean, here's my problem with Forever 21 is that it's 98% women's clothes.
Oh yeah.
And the 2% guy clothes, though, is like garbage. It's not even good stuff.
Yeah, it's really not
It's
that
like
good.
more expensive stuff that I could get at Target.
But do you always wear guy clothes?
Yeah,
Okay.
100% of the time.
Is that just Shane that doesn't?
Maybe somehow studio audience, I don't know, gets. He says we wear the same thing, but
So we
I
had to
have
verify.
seen
looks
y'all.
the same.
No,
Recently-
I've seen y'all wearing a lot of the
Recently,
same
we
things.
saw Shane with a shirt.
I'm with Shane on this one.
We saw Shane with a shirt on, and we literally drove to Target to verify that it was in the men's section.
It was.
True story.
To his credit, it was.
And it was, but he had probably moved all those there because he knew we were going to come.
Clay wanted to buy it.
Well, I did want to buy it. That was a cool shirt.
Y'all wear a lot of the same things.
We do,
I'm not gonna
but
say
we're the
everything.
same age.
I'm not
Was
going
it
to say
Wednesday
everything.
that you guys had matching outfits on? You like planned it?
Well, it was probably a Sunday.
No, it was last Wednesday. You
Was
had,
it
like,
last Sunday?
The green pants on. we both had.
yeah.
But that wasn't planned, was it?
No, he just.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I kind of think that he can see through my phone camera sometimes. That he's spying on me.
We've ever matched on purpose is when he chose to.
You ever heard a studio audience talk like they're on the show?
We need a we need like one of those MCs for the audience, you know, that
We
like
need a
hypes
mic.
them at the right time.
We need a
and,
mic
like,
in the audience so they can join in too.
Yeah. So I guess let's move to the next patch.
We haven't even talked about a story.
I know we're gonna get there.
I forgot.
We're
kind
getting
of.
we're getting comments that the chewing sound is gross though. So let's try to avoid.
Lean back.
No, what I'm lean. Wait. Oh god.
Oh yeah, no, that was terrible.
Dude, there's somebody we know that slurps their coffee.
I know lots of people that do
Okay.
it.
It could be like,
Green.
Let's go green. Apple fever.
This one does not smell hot.
Sorry, let me lean back.
Oh yeah, sorry.
that's nasty,
God.
dude.
Ugh.
This is a horrible experience.
It tastes like that time.
Oh, but it's hot.
That is the hottest one so far. Why is the green one the hottest one?
It tastes like cleaner.
Yeah.
How do you know what cleaner tastes like?
Well, your olfactory sense is very linked to your mouth.
Oh my gosh.
So it tastes like cleaner smells is what I mean when I say that. But
So-
yeah, that one is spicy.
That one's spicy.
I
I
wish
mean,
I
it's not
liked-
like
and
hardcore
terrible.
spicy, but it's not good. We'll give those to Shane.
It's more like an extreme. It's more like a just unpleasant sour. Like
Yeah.
not a pleasant sour, but an unpleasant sour. More than it is a spice.
Let's give these to the kids tonight.
All right, angry watermelon.
All right.
If this one's not hot, I'm going to snort the...
Okay.
Oh, I don't like this one either. This one hurts my teeth.
I actually like that one.
It's not that bad,
No, it's not bad.
I don't like it.
but it doesn't really taste like watermelon.
A little bit.
You know they have the Sour Patch watermelons.
I think it does taste like
Those
watermelon.
are way good.
I don't like watermelon flavored things though.
That's fair.
So like that was not.
That had no spice though.
No, and it was so sweet that it like actually hurt my teeth.
Yeah.
Does
You
anybody
know-
have a toothbrush?
That one was too much.
We really probably need to brush our teeth now.
Yeah,
Because I feel
they're
like it's
gonna-
eating the enamel off.
Yeah, like I can feel it like coating my teeth right now.
What's funny is this disclaimer statement on the back. Contains heat sensation. May cause mouth irritation. Excessive consumption is not advisable.
I
So
would,
that means you can't eat a whole bag? Or you can't eat 10
Let's
bags?
see. Let's test Shane out with that.
I would imagine.
Studio audience, eat this whole bag and see what happens.
I would think there's there's 4 servings in a bag, so probably don't eat the whole bag.
Go for it.
Do it.
All right, so we have a member of our studio audience is going to eat the rest of the bag and see what it does to his mouth. Hey, don't drink a whole lot of anything in between this. Just eat the whole bag straight.
And then flames are going to come out of his mouth.
Well, he's like he can't talk. Like, he's like
joke
he came
is-
from the dentist. He's like half his mouth is
Tries
numbed
to
up.
breach tonight.
We do have something else here.
I don't
You
know
wanna
if I
ex-
can eat that one.
You want to explain that what that is?
I don't know if I want to eat this either. We have a Jolly Rancher donut.
I'm gonna take a pic of it and put
And
it on
it's-
our socials.
It's
It looks really
oozing
gross.
green stuff out of the middle.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a. Let me take a picture of it.
Speaking of the 80s, it looks like Slimer from Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it really doesn't look good. I don't want to eat this.
I don't think I can eat it.
I'll do it. No,
I'm
actually,
gonna smell it.
All right, let's do it. Let's do this.
I want to smell it.
Oh, I don't even want to do this.
So did you say?
Wait,
What
there's nothing in here.
Did you say what it is? It's Jolly Rancher donut.
Yeah, it's a Jolly Rancher donut. Oh, only one end has green stuff.
Yeah, there's something like
Oh, what?
I mean, like slime, like Nickelodeon slime green
What is that?
in it.
Here, let me take multiple pics because I'll make
God.
a little. Let me see.
Everyone, it made me gag to sniff.
Wait. Like this is a good shot right here. I just want everybody to understand.
Well, nobody can see what I'm about to do.
You're not about to spit that in the bag, are you?
Yes, I am. Wow. It's like drinking pure sugar,
But chewing it.
but not good. I mean, like, wow. That's a travesty to donuts everywhere.
I hate that you had to go through that because now I really don't want
Kids
to.
are gonna like buy that.
Oh, I know. Because it looks good. It looks fun.
Yeah, it looks fun, but it tastes terrible. I mean,
I really don't want to eat it.
don't eat it. Don't do it.
I just don't.
I'll take one for the team on that one.
Okay. I appreciate that. I'm going to post that on the socials right now, though, if you're interested in seeing what it looks like.
Do we have a wet wipe?
Also, back to our previous conversation.
Sure.
I Googled it. The chief's daughter is literally just called the chief's daughter. Like, she didn't get a special title.
How does that make you feel?
So now the Indians are going to have a Me Too moment.
Not
as well.
great. Doesn't make me feel great.
Misogynist.
Like, did
Yeah.
you think?
Like, she would have a name.
Chiefess.
That's only if you're it says right here. It says a woman who holds a chieftaincy in her own right or who derives one from her marriage to a male chief has been referred to as a chiefess. That's it. But the daughter of a chief, it literally says, is called the chief's daughter.
That's too long.
Yeah, that's lame. I hate that there's not like a name
I know.
for it.
It is lame. I agree.
Sorry. Randy, why don't you jump us into a
Real
Story.
story.
Clay's handling his business.
I discovered something about myself. I'm not good at doing anything on my phone and speaking at the same time.
So we're going to talk about Spike Lee's new movie? Or
Just whatever you want.
let's go with this is not a true story. I'm very sad now. But it's still funny. So we're going to pretend it's true just for the sake of funniness.
Okay.
There's a fake story I saw this week. This dude supposedly won the lottery, and he had $224,000 worth of horse manure dumped on his former employee's property. Mm-hmm. And he was arrested. He was supposedly out there when it was happening, and he came and turned himself in just so he could have a picture of himself while they were dumping.
It was a
Wow.
great mugshot, but apparently it wasn't real. But it was really funny.
Yeah, so it didn't happen? So
No.
tell me why. Tell me what the deal was.
It just didn't happen. Somebody made it up.
It was totally fake?
Yep.
So they just took the picture?
It says
Exactly. It's from a different mugshot
Yeah.
in like 2014. From a dude that was suspected of driving under the influence. He looks very happy.
he does. He looks very pleased with himself.
I'm really sad that Snopes exist right now. Normally I just use Snope to trick the fact that like Trump is wrong about something.
Yeah.
But this time it kind of disappointed me.
And so normally it gives you happy feelings.
It does give me happy feelings when I see that Trump lied yet again.
Yeah.
I did see that story on BuzzFeed.
But let's talk about that for a second. Madison, you live in California now.
I do.
And in Los Angeles particularly. Well, Malibu.
Malibu,
right?
but 40 minutes from
But
LA.
it's not really that far in distance, right? It's just
No.
the traffic.
Like,
makes
I
it
mean, we go there like
all the time.
Yeah.
So you live in Southern California. That's my
Yeah.
point. So, I mean, how has that changed you? You went from North Georgia.
yes.
I mean, we're country.
Oh, we
Well,
are.
her
As
dad's
much as we
country.
want to be. Yeah, Chief
Yeah.
is.
I don't think we're country.
He is.
I wouldn't classify you as country.
But my dad has gotten significantly more country in like the past 5 years
Yeah.
than he was.
It's just like he finally just embraced it.
He did.
But do you think that's going to happen to me?
No.
I hope not.
I don't think it will.
Anyway, so you've gone from country, North Georgia,
Yes.
to Southern California.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, has that affected your viewpoint on things? Do you see the world differently?
I would say,
Because you've only been there like what, 9 months?
yeah, about
Ish.
9
Enough
months.
for a baby to
about
be
9.
born.
Well,
No, I didn't mean
Like
that.
what kind
I
of
didn't mean that in any. This is not. This is not Mad Men. She's not pregnant. Doesn't know it. Sorry, I just ruined like the first 2 seasons. Sorry.
if you haven't seen it by now,
wait,
it's
but
too
wait.
late.
Yeah, that's right. And the end
I
of the
wouldn't have
Avengers.
known. I wouldn't have known that happened in the first 2 seasons. I would have
But
had no idea.
okay, you've been there 9 months,
Until
so
this.
have any new ideas been birthed in your mind? Let's put it that
Why are
way.
we using the word birth
think-
now?
You brought it up.
You did. You made that connection. So
Has anything been gestated?
we're gonna roll.
Yeah,
with
what
it.
you got?
Probably. I don't know if it's so much from living in Southern California though, because where I go to school at Pepperdine, very much a bubble. Like I don't know that it's super California specifically where I live, but because there are so many different people,
Yeah.
like I don't know if there's one prevailing opinion.
So it's more of like you don't really know. You're not really being made into a Californian.
Right.
You're
I
in a
think-
very specific
yes.
environment. Okay.
I think if I lived somewhere that wasn't so like secluded and so like unique culturally, that it would be more of a California influence. But I think it's more getting lots of different, seeing all the sides rather than
I can see that.
just yeah, because it's not like I was right here in Georgia where I'm getting one and then I'm getting a totally opposite.
No, when you
It's
say
more like now I'm here and
when you say
I'm seeing lots of opinions, if that makes sense.
when you say secluded, do you mean like Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt secluded, or
That's where she's in the bunker.
yeah?
Not that level.
Okay.
But I mean, it's like definitely more, like more
Well, I think it's
diverse.
Yeah, in a university, you got
Yeah.
people coming from all over. I
Right.
think it's kind of like, I mean, you lived in the UK, but like when you go to London, you don't really get a English experience. You
No.
get a global experience.
Exactly.
Yes,
So it's kind of
a
like
lot
that.
like that.
Like, you know, it's not really, you're not really getting what people think of that area. You're really
Right.
getting all these other things happening from all over the world.
Yeah, I mean, like our second largest feeder state is Texas. So I mean, it's not like
So there are a lot of Texans at Pepperdine.
a lot of Texans.
Interesting. That's like a different country.
Yes,
Yes,
indeed.
it
In a
is.
way. But what do you think about, so you know, this whole thing about like California wants to split into 3 different states?
Yes.
So like, how would that shake down for you?
Well, I'm currently in the process of getting a visa to go to Switzerland, and I can't imagine having to constantly have a visa to go to school. That does not
So
make
you're
me
not
excited.
You're not down for Southern California citizenship.
I would really rather not do that. No. And also,
That would be so weird.
and
That would be
also,
weird.
like, yeah, say I want to stay there after I graduate. Do I have to like give up my United States citizenship? That's insane.
I mean, if it became its own country, but if
Right.
it split into a different state, but what would they even call it? Would they just number them? But then they would fight over who's California won.
Yes, until one of them falls in the ocean.
I know.
I think it
man.
would be us.
This
Dude,
this
it would
thing
be
in
Southern.
Hawaii, like
I told you
That's-
about the comic book, right? Collects It. There's a whole comic book about California exiting the United States. So it's they're spoofing on Brexit. It's kind of cool, actually. If you don't, I mean, you got to like avoid certain. What? Did you finish that?
oh, update from our audience. What's the update?
Okay, so right now I've got, I don't know, I'd say I ate half what you gave me,
It's probably he ate half.
and I have a slight red dye allergy. And I do like red 40.
Hey man, well
Okay.
maybe you should have told me that before you started eating
And
them.
you're turning a little red. Is that an allergic reaction?
Oh my gosh!
It's not awful. It's not like an emergency.
So he has
We need to get a medic on staff.
I mean, you look flushed.
Are you okay? You need some water?
I'm good,
All
Hey,
right.
Preston, you got mouth to mouth on this one, dude. I'm out on that.
but I'm hot natured.
New CPR.
I'm feeling-
Not required for us.
You got mouth to mouth.
I don't know that that's what they meant with that disclaimer on the back. I think they just thought it might be too spicy for kids, but
In case
yeah.
you missed that,
If you
he has a
do-
red dye.
It's just weird.
He has a red dye 40 allergy, and he just ate. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at him.
This does contain red 40.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean,
But does the normal Sour Patch have it though? 'Cause
Probably.
I do that all the time.
I'm sure the red ones do.
But do you eat that many?
Have you seen him?
I usually eat a whole box.
Usually on Wednesday afternoons after the show, we go to Starbucks. Shane pounds down a large caramel frappuccino and a chocolate chip cookie.
If you're listening, you don't know who Shane is. Well, you will after this show. because we'll have explained all of him to you.
We need to tag him on our social. So
We
people
probably
know.
should. Studio audience.
So people know.
Jeez. Well, okay. So I guess we won't find out if eating the whole bag will hurt you, because it will definitely hurt him
I would say it
for a
would
different
make you
reason.
feel good.
Yeah, that was definitely like a skewed result.
All right. So we're talking about this, the Californication of Madison,
Yes.
but it's not really happening.
No.
Okay.
My accent, more Californian. Not right this second.
Not right this second.
Yeah.
But when you're out
when
there,
I'm out there and when I first come back,
yeah,
your intern makes me sound much more Georgian. The more
Yes.
time I spend with her,
Yes, indeed.
the more Georgian I am.
it happens. It really just depends on who you're around. It happens everywhere.
Yeah.
I think I have certain groups of friends that talk different ways, and it just kind of gets molded into your speech.
Yeah, you pick up words and phrases.
Oh, phrases. Oh my gosh, there's so many things either they say or they don't say that really like mess with the way I speak.
Yeah, I think it is more about phrases than it is
Yeah.
accent.
Like there are some things that I say that they don't understand. Like it's not just they think it's weird; they literally don't know what I'm saying. One of the biggest ones that it doesn't matter who I asked. Like there were even people from Texas that didn't know what I was saying.
Well, yeah, that's a different kind of country.
Yeah. So like it was really like very specifically like you had to be from Georgia, the Carolinas, or like Alabama to know
Yeah.
what I was saying.
Yeah,
But like I remember we have to do these things called like convo credits where we go to like church services or events and stuff like this. I told some people that I liked 2 convo credits. And they're like, "You have 2?" And I was like, "No, like I like 2. Like I only need 2 more." They had no idea what I was saying.
that is funny. Is the original phrase? Original phrase would have been "I lacked"
Yeah, I think so.
or "I lack to."
Yeah.
But in Southern culture, it's
I like,
to.
like-
I like about 2 more.
I think it was somebody that like just couldn't enunciate. It just translated.
Well, probably what it was,
Probably.
it just came out that way.
Yeah.
And everybody just accepted it for what it meant.
Yeah. So like things like that, if I ever say anything like that, people are like, I don't even like literally can't comprehend the meaning of my words.
I don't say that.
Yeah.
just,
I don't know that. I don't know if.
don't
Well, I
know
probably
that.
do.
Unless
You
I'm
just
being
don't know.
really, really mean.
Well, there's a lot of things that I didn't realize I say.
I think one of them. This is not a particularly Southern phrase, but when I spent time in the UK, when I would say bye to people, particularly in Wales. In Wales, they say ta or ta-da when you say goodbye, right?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's
That's
pretty
cute.
cool. But I would
Ta.
say, I kind of adopted that. I would say, ta, be good. Because in general, when I'm like, I'll be like, all right, y'all be good. Like
Yeah.
it's just a phrase I use. And it would get the most confused looks. Like, what do you mean be good? Are you telling me to be good? Or so they didn't understand that it was just like a nice
It's
phrase.
like a well-wishing.
Yeah, it was just like, hey, be good, man. But I guess it is like shortened version, y'all be good.
Yeah.
Or something like
Yeah.
that. I guess it is kind of Southern. But yeah, that got some confused looks. So I know exactly what you mean. We say weird stuff.
We do,
do.
say some
But
really
it's not
weird
just us.
stuff.
It's everywhere has weird
Oh,
things.
True.
every region of the country does,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But the reason I ask you about your California experience
Yes.
is because something happened here in Atlanta. And it sounds very California, and I want to know.
All right.
I want to get the pulse on it here.
Let's hear it.
Atlanta's first kombucha tap room has opened. It's called Cultured South, appropriately enough.
Oxymoronic.
And they serve kombucha, which is fermented tea, with the nasty. It's living, right? It's like a culture.
Yeah, they have like
there's like a culture of
these little
bacteria.
microorganism things. Yeah.
Gut health.
It is a gut health thing, actually.
I like
just
it.
can't avoid
Is that
I
where
think it's
Steve's at
great.
right now?
But it's kombucha, like the kombucha thing, just seems very
So
trendy.
Californian.
It seems very California. Well, it seems very Atlanta now. I guess Atlanta's kind of
Yeah, it's
Atlanta
Atlanta's
makes more
heading that
movies
way.
now, right?
Mm-hmm. they
yeah,
do.
Georgia does make more movies than California.
Essential oils.
It's just herby.
It's
it's just like a herb kind of
Super
natural.
trendy.
But I feel like that's a California.
It's
Like,
so
is there a
California.
tap room for kombucha in
You know?
L.A.? Surely there is.
I'm sure there is. I've never seen one.
Like, would you seek that out though? Like, I know we seek out coffee shops now. That's like a thing that's come in the past.
I can't think of anyone
20
being
years.
like, "Oh, let's go see if there is one." But like, I think if it existed, people would absolutely go there. Like if they knew it existed, like it's kind of like boba. Like everyone
Boba
goes
tea?
to get boba. Yeah, like that's just like a
You
thing.
had a boba tea?
Boba
Randy?
tea? No.
It's called, okay, there's one in the mall of Georgia.
It's called bubble tea.
Bubble tea, which is not right.
But I have heard.
It's not as good, though.
But I've heard that it's people say boba, but I've heard people say bubble, and they use them interchangeably. Which is correct?
I've never heard bubble in California. I've never heard it called bubble
So
tea.
it's a regional thing then.
Because I didn't know what that was. I thought it was something different.
But you never had a bubble tea
And
before you
then-
went there?
No. And then, so I actually stopped there when I was there yesterday. I stopped there because I was like, oh, like it, because I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, that's boba. So I wanted to try it. I actually don't like the little, like, they call them tapioca balls here. I mean, and that's what they are, but that's actually like what boba is there. Like you just say, I want standard boba. I actually don't like that. It touches your lips weird and makes me uncomfortable.
It's not a cool
And
texture.
it's a weird consistency, and it doesn't have much taste, so I don't understand. But the jellies are good, like the little square, like, or I guess
Yeah.
the rectangular jellies. Those are super good.
It's just a beverage. It's just one of those things. Like if I'm going to spend $5 on a beverage, like I'll just get a Red Bull or like a Starbucks. Like I'm not going to go for boba.
And I think it's weird. Like I ordered a like vanilla milk tea, there. Like, and so I was like, oh yeah, it wasn't milk tea. It was like, do you know what like snow milk tastes like? Like the vanilla flavored milk.
The one that they put with the polar bear on it in the igloo
I think so. Yeah.
in the Christmas time.
Yeah.
Snow cream.
Yes. Tasted just like that. It was terrible. It was so bad. But it like wasn't milk tea. But like boba is like an Asian drink. Mm-hmm. And so
Yeah.
like it's so much better when you get it.
Well, there are a lot of places. See, well, Atlanta does have sections of town like that
And
where
it's
you can
probably
get
way
really,
better there.
really. It's where I first had the rolled ice cream.
Oh yeah.
They do rolled ice cream in LA, right?
That's good.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Seems like a
That's
thing.
That is where I met Madeleine Petch from Riverdale.
Is that
Cheryl
so?
Blossom. I met her at Rolled Ice Cream.
Huh. That's pretty
Yep.
cool.
It was cool.
So kombucha. Are you a kombucha fan?
yeah, I like kombucha.
Randy, you like kombucha?
Come what?
Kombucha.
Boba Fett?
Yeah, komboba
Yeah,
Fett.
that's it.
Come Boba Fett? No. I don't even know what you're, I don't like
Kombucha is fermented tea.
It's really good.
Yeah,
It's
it's like.
kind of
Never
like
had
a.
it, actually.
It's like it's almost like a tea soda.
Is it good? I mean,
I like it.
I've had one or two different ones.
It's good for your gut health.
It's apparently is good for your insides, but I don't.
See, I don't drink things for like I drink things for the taste. I don't really drink it for the like I don't drink coffee
For
because
the health benefits?
Yeah, like I don't drink coffee because there's caffeine. I drink coffee because I like coffee. Well, but I don't think that's not true though.
Yeah,
Because I
think
wouldn't
about
drink
it.
decaf. Like
Yeah.
I don't drink decaf.
Now,
Drink
Randy drinks decaf
because I
every
actually
day.
like the taste.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
You
So
don't like
actually-
The
of
taste.
coffee?
I do love the taste of coffee. I mean, I drink it black. I love it,
I do
but
too. Because they don't
But
have
also
creamer in
caffeine's
Scotland.
part of it.
But I will. Yeah, no, caffeine is definitely a huge part of it for me. I'm definitely addicted to it, but I will never choose a soda in the
Weird.
morning.
On levels of addiction.
Not in the
you're like-
morning. That would be
If I
weird.
can have a coffee,
Sure.
if I have the option of coffee, I'm never going to choose a soda in the morning over coffee. So maybe, I mean, there's multiple things there.
That's true. That's fair.
Like this caffeine is very important, but it's not so important that I would pick a soda.
Also, caffeine. We were looking at these Red Bulls we were drinking today.
Oh yeah. Let
Yeah.
me get mine out of the fridge.
So, like, I'm drinking a Red Bull sugar free. Clay is drinking a Red Bull. What is it? Total Zero.
Total zero. You guys know how I feel about zero things here on Third Thoughts.
And like, okay, the top.
Zero Coke. Coke Zero is the best.
It
Was the best. Coke
Coke
Zero was the best.
Sugar is better.
Pepsi Zero is the true king of zero colas
That is
now.
wrong. I hate it.
Now, but this
We don't
is
have
a
time
Red
for
Bull
this.
Total Zero. Let me see yours because you have a sugar free.
Yes, but like all it says at the top of yours is zero sugar.
Right. Now I'm looking
like,
at the
I don't-
back. And this is just like a food themed
It really
show
is.
today. So the differences that I can tell right off. The sugar free one has 10 calories and the Total Zero has 15.
So already,
So already
Sugar-free
Total Zero
sounds-
seems like a misnomer.
yes.
Sodium, the sugar free has 150 milligrams and the Total Zero has 105.
Still not zero.
Nope. But less.
Less.
Closer to zero.
Closer to zero,
To be
but
fair.
not zero.
Sugars, both of them have 0 grams of sugar.
Okay.
So I guess that's true. But sugar free, 0 sugar.
I don't understand.
That's like
but-
when you ever seen the weather? Like on the weather app or the weather channel, it says partly cloudy and then it'll say partly sunny.
I've never noticed that.
Sometimes it's different. It's two different forecasts.
Interesting. But it's got to mean the same
But
thing.
it seems like it's the same thing. It's kind of like this. Sugar-free total zero. All the other stuff is pretty much the same.
And
the
what makes the-
vitamins.
What makes the 5-calorie difference?
I mean, I really don't know. There's definitely some differences in ingredients. But it really could just be the order that they wrote them down. Because they both have colors.
So Red Bull lies. It lies. That's the only.
Yeah, I mean,
wrong. I mean,
it
I
must
love
just
it.
be marketing. It's entirely marketing.
I mean, I love it. I guess it's like exciting to see the gray and silver can instead of blue and silver.
It's different.
You think,
It's
wow, I'm getting something different.
nice yellow band at the top. I'm actually going to save mine. I'm not ready for it.
Mine's almost empty, so there is that.
Anyway, I just wanted to tap you for about the kombucha thing because
I
I
like
don't
it, though. I want to go. Let's go. Field trip.
kombucha tap room.
Dude, if I'm going to Atlanta, I'm getting food.
Food, yeah. Well, you can't argue.
And
with
I'll
then
get a
we'll
good
go to
donut.
kombucha.
Good donut. If you're ever in the city.
Yeah, apparently you can
Sublime.
get like a flight of kombuchas, which means like you get multiple little glasses of
Interesting.
kombucha, different flavored
I
kombuchas.
had a flight.
Can you
with
imagine?
Drams of whiskey. And then I had the dude next to me's flight with his drams of whiskey.
What?
And then they had put like 6 other ones up there, and I won't tell you how many of those I consumed.
Just don't. Let's not
What
reveal.
happens in Scotland stays in Scotland.
It's a different culture.
Different culture, that's all right. I was totally fine.
So yeah, kombucha tap room might be something we need to check out.
We should.
I feel like
so.
I gotta wear a hat like the girl in the picture.
Absolutely.
One of those big
Yes.
Quaker hats.
I'm not going with you.
You kind of look like Pharrell.
Yeah, like
You
a
know?
Pharrell hat. They have 12 kombuchas on 12. In case you're wondering, if you want to go there, it's called, what does it say? Cultured South Kombucha Tap Room.
Nice.
I like that.
So here's the plan. Antico Pizza,
I'm down.
Sublime Donuts.
Okay.
And then we'll go to this place and y'all can have stuff after I've gorged myself on the other ones.
That
All right,
sounds good.
I'm down.
I'm definitely in.
All by Georgia Tech.
I mean,
Our studio audience will be tagging along.
the audience is in.
Except not hitting kombucha.
And I'll even wear my glasses that day so I'll fit in on the tech campus.
Got him.
Yes.
I got another story for you, Madison.
Serious story.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
here.
hear.
we go.
So, people are golfing in Hawaii right now
Right.
while
right
that
now.
volcano is erupting and exploding in the background.
All right, that's bold.
Yeah.
Pictures.
So,
You do that for the gram.
if the listener doesn't know, you were a pretty avid golfer.
Yes.
In your day.
Yes.
In your day, like 1 year ago.
In your day, like a year ago. And would it be worth it to you to hit the links
You know,
with an active volcano exploding underneath and behind you?
initially I want to say no, not worth it. But like really think about it. Like what a story. I played golf on Hawaii
Yeah.
in the midst of a volcano eruption. Like that is an incredible
It
story.
is. It's nuts. I want to. The real reason of this article, or the purpose of this article, is the pictures. I'll let you guys look at these pictures.
Oh my gosh.
So people are taking pics like this.
Okay, that's terrifying.
It's-
Which
so for the listener, it's a huge like black plume of smoke rising over these trees, like a golf cart's driving by, really nonchalant. You got people have their kids out there.
But
they're
no
just
way you
hanging
can
out.
play well.
Apocalyptic looking.
It is. It looks like
Nobody's scared though. The Walking Dead's been around for a while. We're just okay with that.
we're
stuff.
all desensitized to
How many
apocalypse.
apocalyptic movies and shows are out? I mean, it's
Oh gosh,
desensitized.
so many.
Who knows? But this stuff. I mean, these fissures keep opening up. They're up to like what 17 or 18 of them now.
Well, you know, I have this I've got like this app, or I guess it's not an app, it's a service I'm signed up for called International SOS. And it lets me know like when there's any travel advisories, it like levels them, whatever. And they're only evacuating by neighborhood. Like they don't say, okay, this entire island is closed. Like they'll say, okay, this neighborhood, and this neighborhood, mandatory evacuation. But all the other ones are okay, I guess. And like they just slowly add neighborhoods to the evacuation. And it's still only a level 2 notice, which to me, active volcano seems like a 3. I don't know.
Active volcano seems like the highest number.
Yeah,
to
like
me.
it seems like
what
get
does the
out.
scale go to?
I think
5?
it's 3.
What are-
I think
Oh,
it
it
only
is
goes.
3.
I think it only goes to 3.
Oh well, the 2 I guess is
I've never seen anything above a 3.
semi appropriate. What? It's Big Island. I mean, 18. It's big island, but how many fissures can one island take? You know?
Right. I mean, I don't know. And then it also makes me nervous because, like, it's not the only volcano there.
No.
It's like, who knows what this is going to set off? Because they're all, like, right there on the same fault line.
And I mean, it seems like California's next.
Probably. It's
Until
okay.
Moana throws the thing back into the volcano, and then it'll be fine.
And it
Fixes
cools down.
everything.
The world is
Fixes
saved.
everything. The rock-
I don't mean to
Yes.
make. I really don't mean to make light of it because I know people are actually going through this. Like this is real lives.
Well, these people are kind of making light of it. I mean,
but
they're
these
like,
people golfing
Right.
like it's no big deal.
I mean, okay. I think maybe if I lived there, yeah, I'd go do it. Would I fly there to golf? No.
Dude, tickets are
Yeah.
probably really cheap right now.
Do you think?
I don't know. Our internet's not working, so I can't tell you.
Of
Oh.
course it's not working.
Yeah, I know. We've had trouble with it all day.
We need bougie internet.
We need fiber. Google, bring fiber here.
Bring fiber to Gainesville, Georgia, the burgeoning metropolis.
We need it.
The
Oh, man.
cultured South.
Have y'all seen, like, Google's Assistant?
Yes,
That is insane.
we were looking at that yesterday. I showed Chief that
And
because
he told it to me,
Yeah.
acted like he found it, so
sure,
good to know
well,
where
that's
the
what he
source.
usually does.
It is.
But
Songs,
at
too.
their I don't know if you saw it, Randy.
No, I
at
haven't
the
seen it.
Oh, my gosh.
at the Google I/O conference, which is like their yearly release stuff. They showed off what the new Google Assistant can do.
Okay.
So right now you can say, "Hey Google, book me a flight" or something like that,
Yeah.
and it'll do it. Well, now it can actually make a phone call
Okay.
and talk to places for you.
and,
Sweet.
like, it thinks.
Yeah, like it
can
has a
make
conversation.
adjustments.
It understands conversation. So the demonstration was it called a hair salon, and the Google Assistant spoke to the lady at the hair salon and set up an appointment for the person who owns the assistant, and was like saying like and and understanding the pauses and the nuances in the conversation. It was
then-
really weird.
Yeah, and then when they would say something it didn't anticipate, it could, like, change course, if that
it
makes sense.
knew what to respond.
The chief
was
will have
insane.
one of those. His life will be revolutionized.
Maybe so. I mean, I want one.
That may solve a lot of all of our problems.
I want one.
It was the craziest thing. It almost makes me nervous.
Yeah, it's Cyberdyne.
It is making me nervous. It's
Bringing back
like
the 80s. Cyberdyne's
like-
the Terminator.
I really, really believe in, like, technology and all that, but I don't know. Maybe I've seen one too many Avengers movie, but, like, robots that can think are not my thing.
Dude, go watch
Yeah.
Terminator. I was scarred for life. I
Oh,
was
yeah,
like 4
it'll
or
get
5
you.
when it came out.
it is weird for
Arnold
sure.
Schwarzenegger appears naked. I mean,
Is that the
And
part
that's
that
the
scarred you?
part.
Not Skynet, not any of the like creepy
well, yeah,
future
amongst
stuff.
all that,
Because Arnold Schwarzenegger is real. He's a real person.
he is.
Yeah,
He's the governor.
yeah. He's not the governor anymore, right?
No.
he's not.
That was a few years ago.
Yeah, it's been a
No.
while.
Did y'all see? It was a while ago. A reporter actually asked him if he was going to run for president, and he just looked at him and was like, "Next question. You have to be born in America." Someone actually asked
Oh
him
yeah, I forgot he was
if
Was Trump born in America? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That's
different.
wrong president.
Wrong president. I'm sorry. That was just Trump that started the rumors about Obama.
But in other Google news, the Google News app is now out for iOS, which I got it, and
Is
I
it?
actually used it to get some stories for today. But it uses the AI. Okay, it uses machine learning, and it trains algorithms to comb through complex, fast-breaking news stories to break them down into easy-to-understand formats like chronological timelines, local news aggregation.
So no one writes it.
Right.
It does it
So
itself.
basically, it takes these stories and builds them in a way that makes sense for the reader. So
That
not
is-
only is it getting things that you like to read, but it's taking them things that are likely to be the most important to you and making them
And does it
easy for you to digest.
do that, like, for the individual? Like, if you click on more things that are
I think so.
timeline based or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. No,
does
I'm sure. Yeah. There's several sections, like there's a For You section. So it lists the top 5 stories that Google software thinks you'll want to read, alongside a few other algorithmically chosen articles and local news stories, which is something the Apple News app does not do.
It does not do local.
It doesn't do. It really I mean, do that great. Like I
it
use it,
does.
but it's not the best.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely picks out things I like to read. Like, it gives me a
Yeah.
Kate Middleton section. You know,
Well,
like, it does things
it does
like
do
that.
that.
But it also shows me things that I really don't care for. Like, I don't, personally, I don't need a politics section to pop up. Don't really
Yeah.
follow it super closely, but it still's going to pop up, and I have to, like, scroll all the way through it.
I think my main problem with Apple News, the app, is just I don't like how it's set up. It doesn't look good to me. The Google one looks really good.
Does it? So, and some of the things that Apple, like, actually, like, sends me, like, to my home screen, I'm like, why would you send me that? Like, it's not breaking, and it's not something I'm interested in.
It seems like it picks certain sources and pushes them really hard.
Like Time.
It pushes Time
Big
super
one.
hard. It pushes CNN super hard. It pushes.
I get New York Times, but I selected mine. I went in and selected what
You
comes to
can
me.
select them,
Yeah.
but it's weird.
But if you don't, like I got one from Time that said something about how the CIA is worse off than you thought. And I'm like, one, not breaking news. Two, I don't care. Like, I don't understand why that's what it sent me. I mean, actually, it made me want to look at it,
Yeah.
but not enough that I actually looked.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna get this. Is the first day I used the Google News just came out, and it's using AI, so it's learning me and it's learning about itself apparently, which is weird and creepy.
Yeah,
but I'll give it a shot. I'm always open to new avenues for news. What about you, Randy? Are you open to new avenues for news or no?
Yeah, I'll check it out.
You should check it out.
But I still only read the New York Times. I did pull up Fox News on here in honor of the chief.
Oh, you got a Fox News
my
story?
computer did not explode. No, I didn't find a story on there.
I actually do have a Fox
There's
News
nothing
story.
newsworthy on there.
In honor of the chief, here's one.
President Trump.
Truck driver leaves Oklahoma waitress two $1,000 tips.
Wow.
Aw.
Yeah, an Oklahoma waitress received a shocking Mother's Day surprise when a customer left her two large tips.
Why'd he leave two?
So when he went to pay, he said that he wanted to leave $1,000 tip. So she's like, "What? Can't believe it." And he's like, "Yeah, definitely."
I bet that's how it went down.
And then an hour later, he came back to the diner, ordered a pie, and left another $1,000 tip.
So does that constitute as stalking?
Was she really good at something? Was he being
I think
nice?
he was just being nice. I think because she was working on Mother's Day. Yeah, I think it's just I think it's a wholesome story.
I mean, that's really nice. I think it's great.
She said the money was a godsend. She plans to use it, catch up on bills, and take care of her family. I mean, I think it's just a bright spot.
That's
honestly.
really sweet.
Thanks, Fox. You give us
Thank
all
you,
the bright
Fox.
spots.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to trigger Randy. Chief's not here to do it, so I'm normally the moderator. I'm normally the one in the middle that's like, I don't care about any of this. Y'all want to eat some Sour Patch Kids? And
Now
like,
there's two
they're like
of
yelling.
us.
I know. Like, I don't-
And only one.
Chief is the balance.
The balance between the dark and light. The last Star Wars movie that was trash.
You know,
Okay, anyways.
I didn't like it that much either.
I'm not huge on Star Wars,
What?
to be honest.
At all?
Not. I mean, like, I've seen them, but I don't really like care. Not that I don't. I think they're good movies, but like I'm not like passionate
Well,
about
some of them
them.
are actually not good movies.
I
The prequels are.
Are you?
terrible.
I've actually never seen the prequels.
You're one of
so-
those.
I mean, like the second two after you, Jar Jar Binks is not in there. Is fine.
I
That's
like 2 and 3.
George Lucas's biggest mistake ever.
I've never seen like the prequels 1 through 3. Never seen them. I've seen the rest. The first one I actually saw was Episode 7. Very first one I ever saw.
Oh no! You're really revealing
Then I
that you were
had to
born
go.
in '99.
I'm
right
sorry,
now.
and then I had to go back.
She was born when the prequels came out.
Yeah,
I
episode
had to,
1
like-
was '99.
I had to go back and like watch. What is it? 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
So I've seen those, and then I've seen the new ones that have come out. I will probably go see Solo. I don't think it looks that great, to be honest.
I don't either. Do
We'll
you
see.
think so?
I don't know. It's kind of wait and see approach. I'm not sure.
I feel like Donald Glover is the main character.
Dude, he's hilarious.
It doesn't matter what he's in; he is the focus. Like
I know,
don't-
like it's
he
supposed to
is-
be a Han movie, but I feel like it's more of a Lando
I mean,
movie.
even like Donald Glover attends an award show. That's who I care about. Like, to be honest, I just think he's fun
I mean,
to watch.
he's really funny and he's
He's
smart.
funny.
He's cool.
He always looks great. So like, I'm always interested to see. You know, like,
I mean, I would say he's a good looking dude. Is that weird to say?
and he'll
No, Brad Pitt and
He
Troy
is.
was the best though. And then Arnold
well,
Schwarzenegger.
yeah,
80
come
well,
on.
yeah, no.
Going back to Arnold. I thought you said it scarred you.
Someone has a weird
Sounds like there's a weird
Arnold's
obsession.
Everything back
complex. No, Brad Pitt and Troy.
For sure.
Literally, like
Classic.
when I start typing BRAD like in my thing, like I show enough people that it like fills it in now. Mm-hmm. Like I really am a big Brad Pitt and Troy fan. Really big Brad Pitt fan.
Just in general.
But no, I think Donald Glover, very good looking, always like, and I think part of it is like just his vibe.
He's got a good
You know?
air.
Yeah. And like his outfits always look pretty good.
I haven't watched Atlanta.
See, and here's the thing. I haven't watched Atlanta and I don't know like a lot of his music. I just think he's a cool dude.
His music's pretty good. I really liked him in Community. Have you
Yeah.
seen Community?
Yeah, Community was amazing.
Community's one of the best
It was
shows.
a cult
Community.
show for sure.
It really was. It flew under the radar, but if you knew about it, you knew about it, and it was an experience. If you haven't seen Community, you should go watch it. I think it's one of my
Yeah,
favorite
except
shows.
now there's like 100 million shows out on Netflix. It's getting so hard to
It is
stay
very
caught
saturated.
up or
Yeah,
I mean it's really, and the thing is it's quality stuff. You know, back in the day you would have like 3 or 4 good shows. Now it's
Everything on Netflix
I mean
is
Handmaid's
good.
Tale is out right now. That's Hulu,
that's
but that's
Hulu,
out.
yeah.
I mean still I'm just in general the amount of shows out that are incredible.
I don't know. I really like the idea of like releasing a whole season at
Yes.
once though. Like that whoever invented that deserves some kind of medal.
You know what was actually good? I'm going to throw it back to the 80s again.
okay.
Last night I was really bored,
Sure.
so we started watching Cobra Kai.
Oh, really?
It's actually decent, except I had to turn it off because a few too many bad words for the kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, but it was actually
feel
kind of good.
Some things just hold up.
It could just be nostalgia, though. You know how you like you were talking about.
Yeah.
I mean,
Some things hold up. I'll tell you what doesn't hold up. Spider-Man 2.
Tobey Maguire?
Yeah, the second one was Tobey
Really?
Maguire. If you go back and watch it, I thought that's the best Spider-Man movie that could ever happen. But
I love Tobey
If you go
Maguire.
back and watch it,
Not good?
it's like yikes.
Really?
I think it was just in that period of time when special effects weren't good,
right.
but it was the best we'd ever known.
That makes sense.
You know,
Yeah.
like but now you can look back at some movies from like 5 years ago, and the special effects are still passable.
Sure.
You know, we've reached a plateau, but right there when Spider-Man 2 came out, it was like, hey, let's try this, and it blew our minds at the time. But when you look
But
at it
now
it's like,
now we've seen Avatar.
yeah, now we know.
what can be done.
Are the sequels ever coming out? They've been talking about that for.
It's one of the only franchises I know where they went like all in on it before it was even a franchise.
Yeah.
Right.
Like they have in there an Avatar land in.
And I've heard
Where's it at?
It's Disney, and
Is
I've
that
heard
Disney?
it's absolutely incredible. I think it's Disney.
Is it Disney or Universal?
I really think it's Disney.
I'm not sure. I can look.
Well, there's an Avatar
Well, no,
land.
can't
I mean, you
Anyway.
don't build a theme park on
I mean,
just
like-
anything. You know,
and it's
like
supposed to be like beyond incredible.
Yeah,
It's at Walt Disney.
it is a
Yeah.
land.
Pandora,
Okay.
the world of Avatar.
Yeah,
Like it even looks like it's floating. Have y'all
and
seen
I
it?
yeah no, I haven't seen
I
it.
can't afford to go to Disney.
I've never been to
have a
Disney
kid.
actually.
You've
What?
never been to Disney?
No
You were
Disney.
robbed. If Clay's parents, if you're listening, to this, you robbed Clay of his childhood. I just
I
want you
really
to know
no,
that.
I really
That's
wasn't
insane.
a Disney kid. I
bet you weren't. You were like,
I really didn't like it. I was like my cousins. I had 2 cousins that were close to me and my sister, and me and my sister were like the Nickelodeon kids.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like we watched all the Nick shows in
So,
the 90s,
Universal.
early 2000s.
like what were those shows?
Oh man, like Rugrats,
Oh, those-
Hey Arnold,
yeah.
Rocket
Those are good.
Power, Doug,
Yeah, see, I missed all those.
Wild Thornberries.
I loved the I had
I
a Wild
mean,
Thornberries game.
honestly,
and it was the best game.
Hey Arnold's one of the best shows of all time.
That one I wasn't crazy about. I would watch it when it was on.
If you go back and watch it now, you'll realize like how adult some of the themes are. I don't mean like in a bad way, but I mean like they dealt
Like,
with some
made you
serious like they dealt with some depression and some serious adult stuff that we just thought was just strange
Don't
stories.
you love how kids' movies do that? And it goes
Oh, they
over
do.
our kids' heads. Well, my kids.
Well,
heads.
you know,
I guess
SpongeBob's
we
one of the
both
worst
have
about
kids,
it.
But like,
But they do there's a lot of dirty jokes in SpongeBob.
Yeah, there's a lot of
that they
really-
pass through the filter
no
somehow.
for sure.
But yeah, we were
got
Nick
the Little
kids, so
Mermaid.
I didn't. I wasn't really into Disney. Now my cousins watched Disney Channel. That was like their thing. Like they had Disney everything. I just wasn't like that.
I was more of a Disney kid. Well, I've always been more of like a live action than a cartoon kind of person.
I will say that I think though, probably by the time you were getting into that stuff, Disney was better in quality than Nick was.
I was really.
Yeah,
I
Nick
They
feel
kinda
like,
traded.
declined.
They kind of
Yeah,
traded.
Nick declined by
Nick
the-
was going downhill.
I feel like I was in the golden age of Disney.
Yeah, because now Disney has gone on the downhill.
Yeah,
as far
Like,
as their
all the
channels,
shows are
yeah.
not good. They're just
they're
not.
We took like the live action stuff.
Yeah.
The sitcoms.
Like
I guess
would say the last one
They're
that
not.
was like relatively good was Good Luck Charlie.
I don't even know what that is.
It was good. I mean, like it was like a even though I was a little older when it came out, like people might still watched it
like
if that makes
18.
sense. Like it wasn't like embarrassing to watch it.
Yeah.
Even though I was like probably like
18.
11 or 12. Yeah, I was 18 and
Back in my golf
Like-
days.
back when I was an athlete.
No, I think
athletic.
it definitely traded places.
Excuse me. I know
throw
that
that
It
did
is when
not
you have to
just-
run from the lava flow on the
That's
17th green.
No. Golf is PSA to everyone listening who has never touched a golf club. Randy.
I've touched a golf club on like a par.
It's much,
one.
much harder than it
Putt,
looks.
putt, putt course.
What's up?
I call it a par one.
Even putt-putt's not a par one.
It's a par one
It's
course.
a par two. You are supposed to take 2 putts on every green. Or that's what
Is
you have
that what it is?
license to take. Par
gotcha.
3,
She's
you're
not
supposed to be able to
competitive
get
at
there
all.
in one shot. And
She
take
doesn't
2
care
putts.
about rules, regulations.
No, you
that's
can't-
not.
I
That's
know.
not her style.
Definitely not. I'm just whatever.
Tell you
Hold
what
on.
is a
It's
sport
fine.
though. Gaming, Chief. Chief, if you listen to this, gaming is a sport. Gamers are not athletes. You're right, but it is a sport.
Dang right.
I think it's a competitive event, but I would not
That's-
call
yes,
it a
competi-
sport.
That's like dudes that cook barbecue that are 450 pounds calling it a sport.
Like
Negative.
I think cheerleading, sport,
I don't. But what
gaming,
make, okay?
competitive event.
But does it have to be physically active?
Yes, that's
be a
inherent in the word.
Is it? Read the definition.
For me, it is.
Is chess a sport?
Is chess a sport? Now
No,
that's
and it's a game, but it's not a sport.
is chess a
Definitely
sport?
challenging, competitive.
Okay, here's sport.
Not a sport.
Wikipedia never lets you down. It's never wrong. This is what it says. This is my
Never
go-to.
been edited.
Can you pick the second
I'm going to write my
entry?
dissertation based on Wikipedia.
Sure.
It says this: sports, or sport for British English, for those of us who follow that.
Yes. Who
Includes
care about that?
all forms of competitive. Here we go. Physical
Physical.
activity
Read that
or games which through casual or organized participation. Hold on a minute, I didn't click.
or games.
Randy, read it before you read it out loud into the mic.
All forms of competitive physical activity
Just physical
or
activity.
games. It says or games.
No, but then it keeps saying which aim to use, maintain, or improve physical ability and skills while providing enjoyment. Okay, this is just getting
I
boring
think
now.
the enjoyment is too far.
I think, but I would argue that there is some physical skill to gaming.
in your thumbs,
Okay, I think there's some sort of like.
there's
you're pushing the limits. of physical.
reaction time.
I mean, there's coordination involved.
Yeah, you just can't be. You're just not automatically good at it. And then our studio audience is really trying to get on the podcast today.
Like hard.
You want to give a thought? Should we clear him to give a thought?
Do I hand him my mic?
Should we do it? Come on in
Everyone,
here.
meet
Introduce
Shane.
yourself.
Hi, I am Shane. I'm one of the audience here at Third Thoughts Podcast. So when I was a kid, I got real sick and had no physical activity. Right? So a doctor
Wait, hold on.
recommended.
I need some clarification. You got sick, so you had no physical activity, or
Yeah,
you
I
had
couldn't
no physical
participate in
activity
sports.
and got sick.
Yeah, I couldn't participate in sports or
Okay.
any type of social interaction.
No activity because of your sickness.
So-
No social interaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the doctor recommended that my parents buy me a PlayStation or Nintendo. So if I wanted to play sports later on in life, I would still have somewhat of a hand-eye coordination.
So later, in theory, if you wanted to play sports, because you could not play sports now,
Right.
so it's not a sport.
It could be considered a sport due to your hand-eye coordination and your like reaction.
I mean, it is. It is not.
A sport.
Okay. Reading is not a sport.
No. Or competitive.
Right. But in an e-sport environment, like a where it's set up to be a competition with teams, I'm talking about with teams, with score kept, with prizes given. We're talking about real. I mean, they broadcast this stuff now, like with full on. They have whole networks dedicated.
That's fair.
So
They give scholarships.
I mean, yeah, they give their scholarships. It's
That's true.
got all the stuff that other sports have.
I mean, I'll give you this. I did watch a TV show about doctors that had a gamer that had an elbow injury. And they
Carpal
treated
tunnel
him,
is real,
and
dog.
they
Hold on a
treated
minute, is
him like they treated him like a VIP. Like he got to be in the VIP wing, and they're like, got to be careful. He's a gamer. So I'll give you that.
that is what happened to my
Is that
hand.
what happened to your hand? I was wondering.
I don't know. I think that was from changing a tire.
You
You
changed the
didn't
tire.
even loosen the lug nuts.
I tightened the lug nuts.
So they're not very tight. So one of us.
No, they're very tight because it almost broke my right hand.
Preston.
So
Next time
they're-
we see Amber, we need to check her lug
They're
nuts.
as tight as my arm would make them.
You changed Amber's tire.
We all
No.
did.
It takes a community, apparently.
It was a pouring down rainstorm after a Sunday service, and there were like 6 of us.
We really only needed Clay.
But I did tighten the nut. You loosened them.
So is the tire okay?
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's all good. Nothing bad happened except my hand almost was.
Those lug nuts were on there tight, too.
Yeah.
Did you probably tightened them? That's why
I
they're so
tightened.
tight,
Oh
right?
yeah, I did it.
Oh yeah.
That was me. No, they were probably factory tightened. It was probably a machine.
That's when you need Preston. Preston's our very huge friend.
But
6'8".
anyway, I'm still willing to go. I will say this: esports are not athletics.
Okay, yes, I will say yeah. If
They are, and if you participate in an esport, I'm sorry, you are not an athlete. That's clear.
or NASCAR.
I think
Wait, did you say if you participate in esports or if you participate in a sport?
in
like
an
this?
esport,
Okay.
If you play a video game as a sport, I can't consider you an athlete.
Okay.
But I do think it's a sport.
You know,
Well, if you offer that, yes, we can
I'll
give.
concede to
That's
that.
what I'm
I'll
saying.
concede that we can give
That's
words.
all I'm
Are
saying.
words are defined by their context, and you just defined it. So
By
there's
their
multiple
usage,
uses.
right?
Yeah, like for example, my name in England
Is
is
something
not,
very
it's
different.
Not okay.
You're right.
Really?
Yeah.
Like they say.
Did you change your name?
Toot the Hooter. No, I did introduce myself, and a woman said, "I can't call you that. Can I call you something else?"
Yeah, she was.
And what'd you
offended.
say?
I think I walked away, and it was really bad because this was like at a church.
You could have gone by like your last name.
I think she called me Thomas
Why?
because my first name was not in her mind. It was really bad.
But why Thomas?
That's my middle name.
Oh, your middle name's
Oh.
Thomas.
Yeah,
No, I didn't
yeah.
know that.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
that's good to know.
Wow, you just
Thomas
let that
is
out,
like a
man.
generational name.
That's like when that guy last week just pulled out my birth date on the robocall. Remember
What?
that?
Oh, it's the Chief's birthday Friday, so
It
Oh
is.
yeah, do something for the chief if you know him.
he really likes Mountain Dew, QT hot dogs.
He loves QT hot
He,
dogs.
he loves them so much. That's what we had for lunch today.
They're good.
We
And they are a dollar.
Also,
That's the 4th time this week.
the chief got an early birthday present today. His rabbit, what are they called?
Died.
Kits. It had baby rabbits,
Oh, bunnies.
but I don't think they're called.
I
called
call them bunnies.
Well, anyway, his rabbit fun had bunnies. They're really, really cute. He's really excited. There's 6 of them.
That's exciting. He's
so-
gonna eat them.
Yes,
Is he really going to eat them?
yes, that's what they're for.
The babies are the
they
bunnies
don't
are
get
for eating.
names. They are just
The ones that breed have names. They're more like pets
yes.
because
However,
they're useful.
However, I don't
Your face is great.
I don't know where we're gonna put them. He doesn't have like a place
Aren't
to
you
raise
leaving
them.
soon? You're going to come back. And your
Yeah,
room's
you
gonna
gotta
be like a
you gotta
rabbit
go
pen.
back to Cali.
She's going to Switzerland. Actually, her room's going to turn into a rabbit pen.
Oh
What
God,
if the rabbits
probably.
replace you?
They probably will. Like he honestly probably loves those rabbits as much as he loves me and Lexi. Like,
I don't
really
know.
he loves those animals.
He does love his farm.
He told me that on Fridays, when he's off, he goes out there and works. Mm-hmm. But when he like needs a break, instead of like going in the house, he'll pull a lawn chair up between his chicken coop and his rabbit pen, and he just sits there and like looks at him or like takes a nap.
My
between
question is,
them.
what is the
No,
dog
no, he doesn't
doing?
sit there and look. He takes a nap.
What is Diesel doing?
Oh God,
Does he love Diesel?
let me tell you
Does he
something.
secretly love Diesel?
I think he does.
I think he says he doesn't. I think that's false.
I think he loves that
I
dog.
think Diesel's like a little bit of a menace sometimes. Like I love him, but he barks
Sure.
constantly.
Well, he's a dog.
and he is afraid of the dark. Has he told y'all that? Like the dog's
Diesel's
afraid
afraid of the dark?
when he
dogs
when it
see
gets
the dark?
dark. Because what happens
Yeah.
is
They
he
see better in the dark.
I'm kidding.
he
It makes
lit,
me wonder why he'd be scared.
do they
Yeah.
really learn something new every day. But he he sleeps. He's got a little crate up on our back porch.
Wait, the dog sleeps
And-
outside?
On our back, not it's like a screened-in porch. I mean, not like outside,
That's
but like
cruelty to animals. But anyways, go ahead.
I don't think so.
I don't. There's nowhere for him to
I'm gonna
go.
call
He's a
PETA.
big dog.
I'm gonna call Peter. See what they say.
But he sleeps up there. When we forget to bring him in, or like he's just hanging out, or we haven't brought him in yet, and it starts to get dark, he like freaks out and like cries, like he's afraid of the dark.
That's because he knows y'all are gonna forget him all night.
And then we bring him up, and he like opens his crate by himself and like goes into it, and like just looks at us until we close it.
He doesn't sleep in the bed with you?
He's a big dog.
He's large.
Define
He's
big.
large.
Well, he's Aussie Shepherd, right? But he's
But he's like, I think he's some kind of mix though.
because he's big.
He's not like, like they're like kind
Let's.
of pretty. And
I
like
don't
kinda-
know.
Yeah, I have an Aussie. I have a
I
little
haven't actually seen Diesel.
He's a
but
big dog.
I know that he has dragged the Chief down on multiple
Yeah,
occasions.
I can't hold him.
It's a large dog.
Yes. That must, yeah.
Like he's about the size of a German Shepherd, I would say, maybe a little bigger. He's like a big dog. Mm-hmm. And like he's like not just big, like he's like a strong dog. Like he's not like a Great Dane where they're like big, but they're all like like skinny.
No, he's like stocky.
He's like a stocky dog.
He's like Thanos. He's like the Thanos of dogs.
Yes.
The Power Stone.
Keeping
he's
it
like-
real.
We're bringing a new article.
Uh-oh, here we go. Have a guest article.
Guess. All right. From Time Magazine, competitive video gaming could be the newest Olympic sport, and here's what it would look like. This is from February.
No.
Yeah.
It's,
would not want
it's
to
fake
know
news. Can we go to Snopes and verify this is real?
No, this is real.
Golfing
Is
is
Time
an Olympic
Magazine
sport
even considered a
now.
reliable news source anymore?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a lot of articles because this is a real thing. You guys are just crazy. You guys don't think it's
Or I'm
right.
just old.
Okay, but I don't know. But golfing is now an Olympic sport. Everyone appreciate that.
But
My
that is
favorite
a sport.
golfer.
That like takes
All right.
agility and
This where was
skill
this at?
and
Yeah, oh.
athletic prowess.
Oh, it does.
The
It's
International
hard.
Olympic Committee is considering adding esports to the Olympic Games. Yes. Video games may soon be an Olympic sport. 2 days before the ceremonies in Pyeongchang, so a couple months ago, esports was getting a trial run. One control room screen displayed 7 different camera angles honed in on, I cannot say
is
that
legit.
name, a Polish player, a Canadian player, and they were playing StarCraft 2, which is a science fiction strategy game. if you
Yes,
don't
how
know.
would they decide what games to include?
Well, okay. Well, there are already a certain set of games. There are several games that are considered esport games.
Okay, so they're like there's like limited. It's not like I could go play.
Think about
Mario Kart.
All right,
and
think
it
about
count.
okay, basketball. No doubt a pro sport, right?
Correct.
But something like
Curling.
Foursquare.
Oh, sorry, curling is
You know,
real.
like Foursquare, another game with a ball.
Not.
Maybe you could consider it a sport, but it's not in the same league as a pro sport like baseball or basketball. So
Why
there are
not?
games, there are certain games that qualify as esports, but then there are some that not. It has to do with the quality of the game, not necessarily like the game doesn't have to look the best, but it has to play impeccably, and when I mean play perfectly, like it has to be a normative experience for everybody who plays.
Okay, that makes
See
sense.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there can't be glitches and stuff that make certain people have an advantage or could possibly mess up a match. Like
Okay.
it has to run the same way.
That makes sense.
every time. So it's actually pretty well thought
And
out.
I'm assuming there has to be some like skill involved.
Yep, definitely has to be
That
skill
sort
involved.
of thing.
These teams are picked like there's a whole draft and stuff now. I mean, it's like you can get drafted into an esport league.
Interesting. I mean, I know you can make lots of money.
Oh, yeah,
doing
tons.
that. Like I know you can do that. That's pretty cool.
Tons. Yeah, there's one in particular called Overwatch.
I've heard of that.
Okay, which is like a arena battler kind of game, and it's a normative enough experience that it became an esport, and it actually got its own network. the Overwatch network. So like NBA Network
Yeah.
or NFL Network, well, Overwatch Network has its own. And of course, most of this is online because that's where you're going to find people that want to watch games being played. But yeah, I mean,
Live from your mom's basement.
but they play on an international stage. I mean, there's teams from like London and
But they play in their
Korea.
mom's basement, right?
it's a big basement. It's like a
Like, what do
arena.
these people do when they come out of their house for the first time in like 6 months and they are exposed and they know they're on TV?
I don't know.
I guess they put on their jersey and get on stage and play, and
I
then
feel
make
like-
$50,000 a year.
I feel like some of them are really cool.
I don't know.
They've got to be.
I guess some of
If
them
you make
are.
a lot of money like doing this, there's got to be some people that are like cool people.
I'm sure some of them are cool, but some of them are probably really strange.
Oh, I'm sure some of them are so strange.
But athletes are the same way.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about it. All right,
think so.
I mean, somebody that seems like a cool guy. Like, I don't know.
Jake Fromm,
Yeah, okay, yeah. Jay from
Sonny Michelle,
the UJ
Nick
quarterback.
Chubb.
Let's use a.
Let's
use
go all
Jay.
in here.
Okay, he seems like a normal dude. Seems like a cool guy. He's a nice guy. Yeah, he's just a country
hunts,
boy.
Fishes.
He does things that people do in Georgia, and he's good at football.
Right.
And he's got a great career ahead of him, right? But then there's some people, like, I don't know.
I don't know. Let's
How
talk-
about-
let's
how
talk about
about-
the criminals from Florida State?
No, because I think those are just normal kids, for the most part.
Of course
They don't know what they're doing. But
Yeah, no,
Wait a minute. Jameis didn't know he put crab legs down his pants and walked out of the store.
He did
didn't
not
steal
steal
them.
those.
anyway,
Those were not
that's
stolen.
old news. What I'm saying is like somebody like Tom Brady's a good example. Well, I don't know. I feel like Tom Brady is a nice guy. Though.
I think he's I think he's a genuinely nice guy. He looked incredible at the Met Gala, though. I don't care what people say. He looked great.
Somebody like, man, I don't know. I can't think of anybody that's
You ever seen
outright.
Tom Brady, like, and not know who
Studio
he was?
on it.
You would not think
Yeah,
he was an athlete.
I don't know. I feel like there's, it's just
I
like
think
anything.
there's some weird people. Like, let me think. I don't. Well, see, here's the thing. I only know the ones that are like celebrities. This is the problem. And like,
Well, I've heard
all the
Shaun
ones that
White
are,
is
like,
very rude.
really.
Oh,
You
rude's
heard that?
different than weird.
Like he's like not personable, just kind of odd.
Well, like,
But he seems nice in the interviews.
but
But
what
then
about?
but then again, they're getting paid for that stuff. So
But what about? I bet there's like some athletes that are their athleticism like really interferes with the rest of their life. Like, okay, LeBron
Oh,
James,
yeah.
sure he's great,
Yeah.
but like he spends so much time maintaining himself. Mm-hmm. Like he floats in a infinity floating or whatever that is. With
which
like
I've been
the-
meaning to get into that since we talked
Really
about
cool.
it a couple weeks ago.
So
really
weird.
cool.
Yeah, you guys made me think of a weird one.
But like like he just spends so much time doing things like that I'm sure he's like a little weird. You know?
You think it affects his social interaction?
Yeah.
Okay, because he's so busy
Right.
maintaining himself.
Which, I
as
mean,
an athlete.
Just like I'm like like lots of like really successful CEOs, weird people because they spend so much time.
That's a good example.
Like thinking big and like doing these things and are busy and they
Kind of separated
kinda-
from
yeah.
normal.
not really
Society.
their own fault necessarily, but lack of practice.
I knew people like that in seminary.
Well, that's
It
actually
would scare the Jesus out of it.
It would.
There was a dude in one of my classes who used to knit. And I
Listen, fellas.
I'm sorry, we're gonna have a Me Too moment. But
If anyone's listening and you knit and you are a male, I am worried. Don't come at me in a dark room.
I'm slightly impressed. I tried to learn to knit and couldn't do
he
it.
said it focused him, and I'm like, well, it's unfocusing me because I can't focus on the.
I'm about to kick the studio audience out.
So Ricky Williams, you remember Miami Dolphins, Texas, the running back.
Yes.
Dude got busted. He's a weird athlete. He got busted. His career fell apart because he smoked pot because he had social anxiety. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean that's somebody. When
That's
you said
sad.
somebody that their athletic prowess interfered with their
Yeah.
life, I mean that. I bet it's like that for a lot of the guys. I mean, look at Marshawn Lynch.
Sure.
He didn't want to talk to anybody. I mean, but you're thrust into the spotlight and you have to.
Yeah, he wanted to be left alone.
Yeah, Nick Chubb, when he got interviewed all the time, like at the end of the Rose Bowl after we won it, Nick Chubb, they were trying to talk to Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb's like, hold on a minute. And he gives him Sonny Michelle, and Nick Chubb runs off so he doesn't have to be interviewed. It was amazing.
That's great. Yeah, I mean, it's just like anything. I'm
Yeah.
sure there's cool people. I'm sure. There's
I mean-
some really weird people.
I'm just trying to be fair, okay? Because surely they can't all be weird.
No, I think that's an unfair assumption. And I think it's unfair to be like, how could you watch that? Because we all watch other sports, and
Yeah,
it's
like-
entertaining.
Like, I know there's people that think, how can you watch golf? But I think it's great.
But you like to watch it.
I think it's great, even though I can see how people would think it was boring.
Like
I think it is excellent. Oh, Chief is
NASCAR is
calling.
boring to me.
Oh, is he calling right now?
yeah.
Yeah.
NASCAR is boring to
You
me.
should answer it.
I should answer it.
Tell
Put
him
him
we're
on.
still
Tell him he's
live.
live. We need him.
He thinks we're done. That's the problem. We've gone long than normal.
Hello, Chief.
You're live on Third Thoughts.
We are still live. We are.
Is he busting in
I'm
trying
a
to shut
great
down the show
thought.
early like he normally does?
I was a great
He always tries
additional
to end.
thought.
He always tries to make the ending quick. He's like, all right,
He
I'm
does,
done.
doesn't
He's like,
he?
he's done talking. He just bails out.
Well, the
Oh, wait,
Mountain,
hold on. Do you want to be on speaker?
he needs
Do you wanna
another
be against
Mountain
the
Dew.
mic?
That's why he has to finish. His Mountain Dew high is worn off.
All right, bye. Love you.
That's hilarious.
He-
I love how he because I don't know if you know this, but sometimes when we hit an hour, he's like, "Okay, wrap it up, Clay," and he'll like say that, and I'm like,
And then he's done
Who's hosting
talking.
the
He leans
show?
back in his chair.
and he pushes the mic when he does this. You know how
And he makes that
you know how he
face,
does.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes his stomach hangs out.
That's how you know it's over.
And he's just done. But we probably should be done. We've gone an hour
Yeah,
and 20.
we have gone a long time. I was just, wow, what an
We
insight.
didn't even
What an
talk
addition.
about the immigration deportation bus.
That's
But
sad.
can say
We
that
don't
for
want to
next
talk about
week.
that.
Yeah, don't vote for that guy. If you know what the deportation
What
bus
guy?
is, don't vote for him.
Who is
Michael
it?
Williams is his name.
It's for governor. He's trying to run for governor in Georgia.
The
Not-
back of his bus, it says deportation bus. Follow me to Mexico.
Please don't vote for that guy. Please listen to Third Thoughts. We'll be back with you next week, Wednesday at 2 p.m. like the new usual. Madison, thanks for being on.
No problem.
appreciate
If
you.
you like me, vote for me to come back.
Yes.
Throwing that out there.
Madison will be here all
It's like
summer,
a-
so she may be a frequent guest
A people's
on Third
choice.
Thoughts.
host.
Do let us know. We apologize if you listened to this live and there were some skips and jumps due to the internet out of our control. Wish we could fix it, but I'm going to upload this episode in its entirety so that you can listen to it and enjoy it completely. A lot of good moments today. We did a lot of stuff. It was a variety show
It
today.
was. There was a lot.
But yeah, thanks for being with us. You can catch us on the socials at Third Podcast. If you want to give to the Patreon, you can do that too. I don't know why you would, but you probably should. Patreon.com/Third Podcast. You can hit us up on Apple, on Google Play, on Spotify, on all these places where you can get podcast content. You should get it there. We love you. We appreciate you. We're out.